Alright everyone, for the spot number 5. I decided to give it to one of my actually favorite maps, which is Station. And right in the map Station, when you go to towards the jails, there is actually a secret note, which I personally found really disturbing because of the all the details regarding it, and when you really look into the in-depth into the story, you guys are actually going to figure out how disturbing this thing actually is. So this thing says it can find me in here. Get it? Am I safe? Am I safe from it? Meaning, someone was hiding in here. Someone normal was hiding in here, right? And look at the wall. He was genuinely like smashing the wall, meaning there was something bad going on in there. So when I found this thing for the first time, it genuinely gave me the chills because imagine being in this position, being like a like a prisoner, and like next to you there's just like evil animals that want to kill you. Maybe one of them got in, and that's why the wall smashed, or maybe he was just going through some trauma. So that's why I'm giving this thing a number 5 spot on today's special, this secret video. Please guys, leave a like behind if you like this type of videos, because I genuinely do, because I want to test out some neat stuff. I just want to, engage with the community. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see, because I'm willing to do more top 5 lists, and I really seem to enjoy them. Alright, moving on into the 4th place. We are in the Metro map, and we're here because of this special note. She's really sick. I need to help her any way I can, Mr. Potato. So, why I'm giving this thing spot number 4, even though we have like more important notes, is that this thing pretty much tells us about like Mr. Potato's wife. This is where we kind of got more insight on her. So that's why I'm giving this thing a spot at number 4. Please let me know down in the comments if you guys think something else should have gotten this spot. I'll be going over all the comments. I'll be going over other, tips, predictions, stuff. So leave it down in the comments. I'm gonna go over it. And yeah, I genuinely feel like this is spot number 4 because we kind of figure out in here that she's really sick, right? And that opens our eyes on Mr. Potato's actual personality, meaning that beforehand people might have thought that Mr. Potato is a really bad guy, but right in this Easter egg, and also after the upcoming one, you guys are gonna see that Mr. Potato might actually be a good guy in the end. You never know. Maybe he's a really good guy, but we still have no idea. So we'll give it a few chapters, and I'm pretty sure Minnie's gonna explain the lore really perfectly. So yeah. Alright, moving on to the 3rd spot, when we have this note regarding Mr. Potato. So, we need to start recruiting soon. I'll start with my closest friends, DSP. And the thing is, the DSP could be either Mr. Potato, or it could also be Super Potato. So technically it could be 2 different people. It doesn't have to be the same guy. So that's what we know for now, that he basically went out recruiting with his friends, and after that, everyone knows how it went, right? The the Piggy family, they basically decided to go down for testing, etc. And everyone knows the rest is basically history, okay? So why I'm giving this thing the spot number 3 is because it shows us the early steps of Mr. Potato's this progress. It says needs of a cure have been going around funded by Mr. Potato. Let's hope all goes well. So we have 2 different people, Mr. Potato and the Super Potato, and basically we know that the DSP guy has been choosing his friends. Meanwhile, Mr. Potato has been funding the entire thing, so it could possibly be 2 different people. So once again, guys, why I'm giving it, this thing, spot number 3 on the entire list, because I think it's extremely important, because it gives us basically a small insight into what it was like before everything went down as it is right now. Alright, moving on to the 2nd scariest Easter egg. It's a secret, and I'm giving this one to the Dakota chalkboard in the school map. And why so? Well, I'm giving it to the Dakota chalkboard mainly because it's basically opening your window. So, thanks to one of my good friends, we basically managed to figure out what the chalkboard is actually, about, and we basically figure out what the thing says, and I'm gonna put that on the screen right now. So big shout out to DV1, or how do you pronounce his name? Big shout out to him for just like decoding the entire thing, because I know that like took a lot of time, etc. So big shout out to him. And as you can tell, all the monsters basically feel, they think, they know what's going on, but they cannot control, their minds or bodies. So that is kind of like a disturbing thing about Biggy, that like they're all like awake, they're all alive, but they simply cannot control themselves. So once again, guys, let me please know down in the comments, what do you think of this Easter egg, or just let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna be going through it. I'm pretty sure it took a lot of time to just decode the entire thing, therefore that's why I'm putting onto the second spot on this entire list. So if you go all the way upstairs on the city map, and then you go across the plank, and then if you look into this window, you can clearly see Mr. Potato in the window, meaning that Mr. Potato has been watching us for all the time that we've been here. So Mr. Potato is, in my honest opinion, or just him watching it is, in my opinion, the scariest Easter egg in Roblox Piggy, because like if you look at him, he's just staring at you. He's been staring at you for the entire time. Even though the top of its head doesn't really seem right, you can clearly tell it's Mr. Potato if you look at him this way. So Mr. Potato is, in my opinion, going to be involved in Chapter 10. And this has been the scariest Easter egg in Roblox Piggy, in my honest opinion. So if you guys could go down below and let me know, what do you personally think about this thing, or just about him staring at us from the window? That would be greatly appreciated. Just give me your honest opinion. I'm gonna be going through it. I'm gonna be going through everything today. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It took a lot of effort to make, so please subscribe and comment. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach.